to pass you, or they were feeling you because of certain. We have text messages in our possession. Uh, First, let me ask: uh, did any one of you guys experience something like that?
No.
You said no.
Yes.
Why?
Because I have spent a lot of years in the school. I entered the school my fifth grade year, and I'm coming out this year. So
What year was that?
it's 2013, the first year the school was open,
Yeah.
and I have not experienced any teacher approaching me for sex or abusing any other student. I haven't heard it in a school since I've been here. And
What
talking,
kind? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What kind of student were you on this campus? Were you quiet? Were you somebody who stayed to
I
yourself?
am not quiet. I'm not a quiet person. I'm very friendly and very, I interact with people, and I'm a close friend with teachers also.
Okay, so this girl that made these allegations, for the record sake, let's just call her Janet. Okay,
Mm.
so whatever name you know her for, do not say her name. We just say Janet. Okay, that's just to save her. Okay, another thing. Do you know this girl?
Yes,
What kind of
I know
girl
her.
was she when she was on this campus?
Good. All right. She was an influential person.
Okay, did you say
She,
influential?
yes,
Okay,
because she been one person that is very good at speaking, and she was also part of the debate team of this institution, and she brought a lot of pride to this institution.
she brought a lot of
But
pride
she is
to
one
the.
person who I know from my class. She is not serious.
How
She
do
don't
you
attend
how do you
classes
balance?
regularly.
How do you say she's an intellectual person, and then you say she brought pride to the school,
Yes,
and then you say
because
she's lazy?
yes, that's because the competition she used to go for was something that used to go in practice, but she never used to attend all her classes. She one person that used to miss class for sometime a week. She won't come to school, and then the next week we'll see her in school.
Okay.
So if I am a student of that class, such a person is saying that teachers are abusing students because they are not scoring their grades, and because of sex the teacher is telling them, I will pass you if you have sex with me.
Hmm.
Then I believe she introduced such system in the school,
She,
and she have been influencing other girls too.
when you say she introduced or influenced other girls, so you never experienced sexual
I
abuse.
never experienced it from the
So
year I entered the school up to
okay.
now.
So do you believe other girls must have experienced it, because you can't be everywhere with these girls?
Well, I can say the allegation is not true or is true. For I have not heard from any other girl, only now that I'm hearing it everywhere.
First of all, do you know what abuse is?
Well, when someone is sexually abused, it's like someone is forcing you to
Good
do
job.
something out of your way.
Good job. I like that. You just proved you just brought pride to your to your institution. So,
Yes.
do you know when these things happen, there are threats made that if you say a word to anybody, I'll kill you, I will kill you, I will disgrace you, I will show the pictures that we took when we were having sex and all of that. Do you know these things happen?
I know it happens.
You think
And
it
like,
was a situation that must have happened, and now that she said, okay, now that I'm out of the school, it's time for me to open my mouth?
I don't think so. Because during her interview,
Hmm.
she made mention of our trip during our 11th grade year.
Okay.
That was our class night at Ganta. When we went there, from what she said that after she had an encounter with Mr. Abel Dennis
That is your principal.
on the campus here, and he helped her. When they went there, he told us that come and sit near me. So it was something that she was not forced against her will,
Correct.
but
She said
she
that.
willingly do it. She did it out of sympathy.
So let me ask you, you think you can sympathize with the principal like
I
that
can
too?
do it.
Why? Why not?
I can do it because I know I asked someone to help me, and he did help me. If he asks me in return, if I know I can help him, I will. But in such situation, I can't do it because I
You
know
think
that I'm a
so
student.
you think the principal, who all think let me ask all of you, who all think the a teacher should ask you for sex when you ask him for money to
No,
help you?
no one thinks so.
Huh?
No one thinks so.
No one thinks so?
Yeah.
Why?
It's only because life, even though life is reciprocal, but wherein you can't sell your pride and prestige for the help. Wherein the teacher who we know that have been alleged are people of high profile, people who have been in the teaching field and know the do's and don'ts of students. So I don't think if a man go ahead,
That's from a male point of view, right?
yeah, I'm coming.
Okay.
Wherein the man go ahead and help you, and then he know that he's a man of high profile. I don't think he will go that route to ask a child. I can say because he has the other too. He will not go ahead to ask a child for sex, wherein he knows that he have wife. So helping that child was something that he paid to the present conditions. According to her, she said he's a man who really love to go around people. He love to help people.
Right.
In her video clip, I listened to it.
Yeah.
And then wherein he
What
wants
else?
to.
What else did she say that didn't add up to you? Where you think that was inappropriate with this principal, Abel Dennis?
Yeah, where she said that the man told her that because of this, she felt she was obligated to him, that is to give him return sex. I don't think Abraham Dennis, a man who will know from my 8th grade year to my 12th grade year, could be brave to go that route.
You
I think so.
think he didn't sleep with her?
I think so.
Who think otherwise?
Yes. Yes. In life, if you look at some situation in life, as an individual, we need or help from one another.
Right.
So, if that student is saying that the principal Abraham Dennis went to Ghana and help her with some finance in order to solve some problem for
Let me
her.
explain the story. What happened? According to her, that's according to her. Her mother, I think her mother or somebody was dying. They had a terminal illness. They were dying. She knew nobody to go to. According to her, Abel Dennis was like a father figure to her. So she had no one to go to but Abel Dennis. And she told him, this is what's happening, crying. I need $30 to buy these drugs to save grandma's life. And Abel said, then come with us on a trip. They went there. He told her to come and sit next to her. And he said, let's give you the $30, but you have to sleep with me.
Okay,
And to save her mom, according to her.
okay.
According to her. So we keep her words exactly as she said it, right?
Okay.
Because none of us were there. So, and we're not judged. So I don't want to make it look like we're judging. We just bring in the words that she said versus what. We tried to reach out to Abel, and he said that he cannot grant us an interview to
Okay.
vindicate himself.
Okay, to that, my principal, Abraham Dennis, he's one of the guys that he's very friendly, he's very unique in doing things. He always get a mind that when a student are like a certain thing, he help them. Even I'm an example. So, if just, I shouldn't call her name.
You think he should call her in his room?
No, 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 no. For that hearing, she said the principal. The principal was what if you're having that intention from the beginning, he should have told he could tell her from the beginning before I give you the money, then I should
She said it.
demand what
Yeah, she said
I
it.
want from you.
She said it. That's what he said.
So that means she blaming the man image. So that's a feature.
You think so?
Yes.
Wow. So, okay, while we're talking, who else? Let's.
Yeah, there is something I want to say about the scenario you gave. I listened to Justina, the person in question, and she did say that the money was given to her in Banga before the trip to Ganta. And the scenario you just gave introduced that the money was given to the person in question in Ganta.
It doesn't matter where the money was
Yeah,
given. We're not
it just-
investigating. This is what she said.
Okay.
That the principal asked her she asked for a favor because she saw him as a father figure
Okay.
for $30 to save her grandma. And according to her, in order for me to give you this $30, you got to sleep with me. And because she wanted to save her mom, she slept with him. You think any girl would want to throw that kind of thing out there?
The issue of saving life, it should not be at the detriment of anybody.
But not all of us are strong, though.
Let me say this. It happened in a case that wherein if I'm a girl and then I'm in a constraint where I take somebody to be my father and the person takes me to be his daughter. And then I went to the person with such and the person gave me that. I don't think the person who are taking me to be his daughter will go that route. And
What do you say?
the
What do you
person in
say? What do
question,
you say to these people who call? They said these are all jokers. They don't even know what they are saying. They are all part of our problem in our education system. These are people watching, judging you already. You think
yeah,
they have the right to judge you based on what the answers you're giving?
you observe that the way news go in the air is not the way it is being judged when it comes to being legal. So people would think the way they are too. That which you can exclude the fact, but the fact remains that at the end, if the truth shall reveal itself, people will get to know that people in the institution who have been there for 4 or 5 years, and somebody coming within a space of 2 years want to like bring something that they say a culture that which we are not aware of. Some of us who have been in school for 3, 4, 5 to 6 years, we are not aware of these things, and they are coming out to say these are culture that have been existing. And if you
Let
look
me
at the
let me let me
definition,
let me educate you. We know great men we see from university. You don't know what that is, but Penn State University. These are great coaches. They spend their entire life, monument built for them for decades. And at the end of the day, they lost all their medals, their pride, because of sexual abuse of what one coach was doing to these students and threatening them, sleeping with these boys. If you go, just Google it, Penn State. The same thing happened to Bill Cosby, Ira Kelly. These things take 10, 15, 20, 30, if not 40 years before one student can be brave to come out. So if it didn't happen to you, how are you so passionate to speak for somebody who we reached out to express themselves? You think Ava Dennis should talk to us?
he should and he will. But the
You say he
fact,
will?
the fact
Did you
about
say
it,
he will?
he should if he has the will to invite you over.
We,
Like,
we, we reached out to him.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he wants to, but looking at the allegation now, take the image of the institution, and the allegation is like in the problem of the institution because the person said it has been a tradition, right? So everyone that grows up into it must be a part of that tradition. If you look at the definition, but I who grow up into the institution, not observing these things, even girls who are around us that we move together, one of the sociable person on campus, I move around everybody, and people go about telling me things that are personal, and then when the allegation came out, I did my own analysis. I went around asking people, and then I didn't really like observe these things. People didn't give me
Okay.
complaint of these things.
Okay. Let's come to you, sweetheart. Your name?
My name is Lita Chisele.
Okay. Speak up a little bit louder. You're so beautiful. Um, uh, we have so many of your girls, around 6 of them. We have more interviews to conduct to them. You think all of these girls that are coming up, after the first girl came up, another girl came up just 2 nights ago. We got 4 more girls lined up to interview. Okay? You think all of these people coming up, they just hate these teachers, and this guy names keeps coming up, this color guy?
Maybe they're doing it for self-interest because they want to achieve that goal. They lie on the teacher's name because they want to achieve that goal. I want to explain my time being in Triple A. I started Triple A from the ninth grade, where when I just entered the school, my parents passed up, and I never had no one to help me. I went to the administration and explained my problem to them, and they helped me in the process from ninth grade all the way to 12th grade, and just no benefit. She's a benefit or
Beneficiary.
beneficiary to that and to that scholarship too. Just not enough. We are best of friends. We've been friends from the 12th grade class, from the 11th grade class. So I want to explain about Justino a little bit to you. Justino is a person that if she wants something, she would do all she can to get that thing.
Why should we believe you when when you're not the one being accused?
Why you should believe me?
Right. Somebody could say you maybe her the person she's accusing, is, can anybody have the right to say that you were sent to say these things
I
about
was
her?
not sent to say this thing. She's my friend. We became friends. We used to do everything together. She's my friend, and I know much about it.
What's the proof? Everybody knows about everybody in this country.
I got some proof of it.
Where is the proof? Show us.
I don't.
Show us some
When
text messages between you and her.
I will give you that later, but it won't be like when you are interviewing them, you didn't ask them for proof on.
We have proof.
Yes, later I will give you the proof. Justina and I started the 10th grade together because she entered the school during her 10th grade year. She been in the school and we are not like close friends. But when we entered the 11th grade class, my friend who I had was Princess Chala from 9th grade all the way to 11th grade. We had misunderstanding and then I left. We were not speaking. Now I got close to Justina. Justina and I used to do everything. We were looking at sister together. We used to do everything together. So Saturday came, we had a breakdown in our friendship.
Why?
Because of the president, the president for Student Against Corruption.
Yeah. What happened to the president?
Jana Dennis, he was the one that he used to come on the campus, socialize with girls. And most of the girls, we have evidence to it also.
So he's fighting corruption and school ills and doing the same thing. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
You have evidence to that?
I got evidence to it. Jana Dennis.
But you knew this interview was coming. Why you didn't bring all your proof?
I will give you the proof later.
I'm saying you knew this was coming up. You should have come, with all your proof.
So
like they came, they brought us text messages, what is the name? Facebook Messenger messages, WhatsApp messages.
I will give you that later. So just let me explain.
Go ahead.
Zana Dennis, he came on the campus and he found interest in me. Well, best of friend, he was encouraging, but he knew I was hearing on the campus how he loving those so and so girls. So I decided to just be friends with him, not to be lovers.
You know one Jamal Kova?
Jamal Kova.
Jamal. She says she's from the school. She just typed here, say you're lying.
I'm not lying. I got a proof of it.
Okay, go ahead.
Zana Dennis came. At the time, he and Asher Super used to move together. They came on the campus and he told Asher Super that he liked me. And in the school, people started explaining whole lot of things about him, how he loving so some students in the institution. So are you being
did he force them? Were they underage?
He would take you to a club and then buy you liquor. So when you drunk, so what are you expecting to do?
Did he do that to you?
Yes. I got proof and evidence for it.
What did he do to you?
He came, he took us to the club, my sister and I, which Isaiah wanted my sister and Danda wanted me. They took us to the club, we went to the club.
How old are you first?
Me? I'm 21 years of age.
You were what year when he took you to the club?
I was about 18, 19.
18, 19?
Yeah.
And he forced you to drink alcohol?
He gave me alcohol.
He forced you?
He forced me to drink alcohol.
How?
Because he carried me to the club. He should have bought me all juice to save.
Come on, don't embarrass yourself.
No, I'm not embarrassing myself. I'm telling you the truth.
In Liberian culture, when we take women out, we say, Brappy, why are you taking, right? Right?
No, not all person will like ask you what you drinking, because they want to make you drunk.
Okay. So he went straight for alcohol.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So when we went out that night, we left there, got late. My sister can testify to it. It got late. They had a win. We told them when to go home, and then they said no, they're going to rent a hotel for us to be there. So later when...
So it all started from the school campus?
Yes, it started from the school campus. At times he used to come here in the guest house and call me to come to him in the guest house.
Who all recognized something like that from him?
I recognize something.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. So when they took us to the hotel, they rent 2 rooms. I said my sister will go in the other room, then Dana and I go in the other room. So they started forcing on. My sister fought Isaac and I fought Daniel. I told them we can't sleep together. You and Isaac go and sleep in the other room there. Daniel and I will go and my sister and I will go and sleep in the
Did
other
y'all
room.
call the police?
We didn't call the police. At that hour, we didn't have any police number to call them.
So daybreak.
We left. No, we slept in the other room. We left there in the jail.
So, but did you report the incident the next day?
I didn't report the incident.
Did he have sex with you?
No, at that time. So later,
But it was an attempted rape.
yes.
Why you didn't report it?
Because I never had anybody at that time to report to.
What do you mean you don't have anybody?
I told you I lost my parents. So I'll stay with my auntie.
You would have go
And
to the
then-
police,
and
go to
then-
the law.
No, I couldn't go to the Lord without because I was afraid to tell my auntie about it. So
You
after
just
that,
answer the question: when there is abuse, people get scared. They get shame. They will never want to come out. And this is happening to so many of our girls around and boys around the country. You get scared. You have to get at one moment to come out.
but if you're coming out, come out in the right direction. Don't
How
come
you think
out.
if you were her, how would you have come out?
Dear God, if I were her and I'm abused, I'll come out, but not lying on the person's name to spoil their image and their character.
So based on what you're saying, you think Dennis should have his day in court?
His day in court?
Right.
No.
Why? It's you are making these claims against
You're
him.
only looking at one
Against
side.
student. No,
No, listen, you're only looking at one side of the story. You are not following the other side of the story.
and I'm listening to this other side.
So you need to listen to me for me to explain to you all I know about this institution.
Questions will come as you're explaining.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
So after that he left, he went to Montreal. We used to talk, and then he got friendly with one other guy, but I won't call his
Don't
name,
say names.
who was in a relationship with Justina Dumas. And then the guy, the respect I had for him, he started encouraging me. Oh, Daniel is a nice guy. Daniel, over a whole lot of things. You need to accept Daniel for Daniel to help you. So in that process, I told him no. I said, Daniel, we have a whole lot of girls that saying, oh, Daniel love you today, Daniel this, Daniel that. So from there, he started encouraging me. So later,
What was some of the encouragement? He used to buy you scratch cards, mobile.
yeah, he's about me scratch card.
What else?
And the love, the respect I have for Daniel's best friend, who was fiancé with Justina Dumas,
Right.
and also a friend to me too.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to accept Daniel. I said, Daniel, look here, Daniel. When he used to come to Banga, he would call me to go to place to be. And one night, the Justina woman was a place to be when Daniel called me to go there.
How true are all what you're saying?
I got evidence to it.
Okay, go ahead.
So I didn't, because it was very much late and I needed not to go out. So I told him I won't be able to go to place to be with him. So he said, but your friend here, Justina, why you can't say to your friend? I said, no, my mom said I should go out at this hour. So later, I off my phone, I lie down and sleep. So the next day, I left, I went in the bush. When he came back, and we went to Montreal later, he came back for interview. So he called me and said, I'm in Bangao. I should send your copy so you can come. I said, yes. Send my copy, I come. So he sent my copy and I refused to come. How he left when he went. Later, when we came to school, I saw Daniel Dennis, who is friends with Justina Dumas' boyfriend, photo on Justina's phone, which is my closest friend. And at that time, Daniel and I have sex. So when I saw the photo on Justina's phone, I didn't ask her. So her boyfriend called me and then tell me, oh, you hear the news? I said, what kind of news? Daniel, my closer friend, loving to my girlfriend. I said, oh, wow.
So you're judging based on because somebody. I got Janet Jackson on picture on my phone. I'm not sleeping with her. I don't even know how to meet with her.
But he meets with me.
I'm obsessed with her.
He meets with me, not one, not two, not 3 times. So you can say you have a picture on your phone, and you are not loving to her, and then you can sleep with her. Tana live with me that one night too, and we have fun together.
You think Dana is a good guy?
Tana is not a good guy. Tana wants to travel, and I was there when I went in town to just do my Chestina will be showered when she see my recording. When I went in town to her, I tried to advise her to forget about what they were doing because I don't think to forget about what they were doing because they are lying and then they are lying on the PR or they lying on the PR to get what they want. And then they just not told me.
With over 6, 7 girls, they just sit together and want to make up stories.
Yes, make a story. The care you record that I didn't think for yourself. Come to a story. They just sitting to lie on the administrator, the spoil their character and spoil the image of the school.
That's what you think.
Like,
Finally,
like what I think.
that you think. Who is Mayma, the student council president?
Not me, my Garment.
Garment something.
Garment Tano.
Yeah, right. Who is she?
She's the president of the institution.
Okay, so she called me up and was talking to me, still taking the same posture you're taking, and I told her I will be on the campus today. And then she didn't show up.
She didn't show up. Maybe somebody might have called her father and tell her father do not allow her to come here.
Why? She's the president of all of you.
Yeah, she's the president, but anytime, the people working against, they can do a lot of things. They send people money to lie on the principal, and they send people money. We have evidence of that. We give it to you later.
You think if these people are found guilty, your principal and the color man, they should be punished?
They will find guilty because...
Should they be punished if they are found guilty?
Yes.
Why?
If they have evidence to what they are saying.
Ma'am, should they be punished?
Yes.
If they are found guilty?
Yes, but
Why?
I know they will not find guilty.
Let's forget about all of it. It's not our place to know whether they will or won't be. Answer the question.
Yes.
They should be punished.
Yes.
Why?
If you accuse somebody and then they're facing the law in the rightful direction, if they are wrong, they will be found guilty. But if they are not, they will not be found guilty.
Let me go back to this girl. Everybody call you the school owner, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
I'll say my Teddy Pan sister. Two of us will tell you the same way. But that's a compliment. Somebody just typed and said, all of you, they're judging you, all of you. They say you look psychologically guilty. Like you guys have been, you've been prepped to come and lie for the principal, lie for color. Why do they call this guy color?
I don't really know why they call him color, but that's a nickname.
Yeah, but who know why they call him color?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, let me go in the back there. Let me take this guy. Yeah, Prince.
I entered this institution in 2016.
7th grade.
Yeah.
Why do they call this Isaac Betty, right?
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Why do they call him color?
All right. Mr. Azibedi is a man of high profile. And
Okay,
he's
let's forget about the high profile.
Yes,
or his
I'm getting to that,
his name won't be in the sex thing.
Yeah,
Why do they
I'm
call
getting
him
to
color?
Like I said, he's a man of high profile and he loves to be well presented in student because he teaches our universities.
Okay.
So he pair his dress code and a well presentation of quarters, put the quarters together. So just decided to name him as quarter. We are not the first group of people to name him quarter.
So
yeah, he was named before we get into senior high. I've been hearing that name ever since.
But somebody say he got the name. Those his accusers, these girls who are accusing him, said that he got the name color because he likes all color girls.
No,
Black,
that
shut.
what gave
That's
him
not
the
me
name
saying
color,
it.
What gave him the name color is that in school these days students love to do competition between teachers and that is our fellow students. And we noticed that color can really dress properly as compared to other instructors in this institution. So we deem it necessary as student of this county to call him color because he's well presented, and as a matter of fact he put colors together, so we decided to call him color. And we even went as far as calling him color red because at time He will go to well and then put red to get a whole lot of red, and then it will actually be well presented to the eyes of his students. And just to talk on few issues, this character assassination.
That's what you think.
Yes,
But
it's
you're not.
character assassination.
You're not the accused.
Okay.
Not because it didn't happen to you. That means it didn't happen to them.
I'm not accused, but
Right.
I'm relating to some guys that I know they are characters, and they won't go as far as doing that. Like for what you are saying,
why if you heard that it happened?
why if I
How
hear that it's happening,
if you're
I
disappointed?
I won't believe that because what I know them and we have interacted on several occasions on several things. Like what you guys were saying when Justina Doma were handed over the $30 US in Bong County, not in Ganto. So this, like I said, this character assassination. When we are talking something, we got to look at the vantage point of it. How would Justina receive a $30 US in Bong County and then follow the instructor in Ganto to have sex with, for them to ask her to have sex with them, which of course you not receive the money
Did you
in
watch the tape?
Lima County.
Did you watch the tape?
I not watch.
Be honest. Did you watch the
I
tape?
not watch all of it. I saw the beginning of it, but I didn't go as
Did
far
you
as it.
did you see the part where she was talking about the
Not
$30?
really, not really.
You didn't see it.
Yeah,
But you're sounding like you saw it.
I'm sounding like I saw it because uh it was playing, and then I was getting because I was basing it on my copybook and
Sir,
everything.
sir,
I didn't have
sir,
the
we're
time to.
not playing here.
Yeah, I know we are
If you
playing. I'm
didn't if you did
discussing,
right, you didn't see the tip. So
but
speak on what you saw
okay,
so that you will be, because mind you, years will come back.
I'm not a kid.
No, I know you're not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Did I say sir?
Um,
Right?
yes, you
Oh,
serious, sir. And
because to show you all the
just to
respect.
let you
So
know
let me
on
tell
something.
you, the next 10, 15 years from now, you might be some minister of finance and all of that.
And I claim that.
And you come back to watch this tip,
Yeah.
you'll be like, wow, I messed up.
No, I'm trusting myself here. And
But you didn't see
I'm not
something and you want to
I'm not
judge
messing
it.
up here. Just to let you know a few issues. Justina said there's a tradition in the institution, right? She made mention that there's a tradition. So I want to know, I really want to know from the Justina Homo, what if she was born within this tradition and initiator of any tradition. If she can name most 25 young girls that are initiator of any tradition, then I consider myself to be a liar.
So you see, everybody here that are following, that are trending, they see you as a liar.
They see me as a liar.
Yeah, all the comments that are coming, he's lying. They paid him.
They pay me right.
You are not
Okay.
learning anything in
And
that school, my Peking.
they just mentioned pay, and I want to enlarge in your mind.
Julius Suku, he said, Kwame, tell them we find all of them not credible.
That's that view, everyone has.
Of course, I like that. I like that. I like that. That's a powerful comment.
For this, I want to tell you something on this. Not just Justina is being paid to do this, but she is doing something to secure a visa of Daniel Dennis, which of course I have evidence to that. And another person
For
is
Daniel Dennis to get a visa?
Yeah, that's
to go where?
To secure his visa to travel whatever country he want to go.
Explain that.
Explain
why
that, okay.
why would somebody lie on a teacher so that the other person will get visa to go to Senegal or Burkina Faso?
He has a great deeds. He knows what he's doing.
So
he's going
explain.
to come. I'm going to leave this like this. Daniel then is going to come up to this. And what I want to tell you is,
you think students or what it's in for corruption, they're not a good organization?
Student Against Corruption now are classified as to be student for corruption.
They are for corruption.
Because what? Because the leader of Student Against Corruption is in a habit of having carrying on sexual habits with girls, or not just girls, but students. And which of course is, if you stand for something, you just gotta be for it totally. You don't gotta be on the other hand and then moving on the other hand.
Let's come to this sister right here. We gotta give her. We didn't bring them too. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good.
Okay, now that we talk all of those different things, talk about this school. You just talk about all the good things. I want you to talk about. We can talk about all the bad things. The bad apples are there. But I want you to be the one to talk about what are some of the good things that since you entered the school that you don't see in any other school.
Since I entered the school, really, the school can teach. The teacher are well disciplined, and the administrator can really help students. If it comes to financial, even illness, they can help you.
That's all you know.
Okay, just to
Who
add
can
us,
talk about the school,
just to
your
add us,
curriculum, what you have, and
yeah.
all of that? We're gonna come back to this other part of the abuse, because one thing I want you guys to know, because it didn't happen to you, that don't mean it happened. It didn't happen to someone. You know me. You don't know my way. Maybe I leave from here. I go grab my opium. I go smoke it. But when I can't brush my teeth clean, I sit down in front of you, spray my cologne. You think, say, oh my man, that man, he don't smoke. You, it will be right. Good job. I like that. One day, God will move him from behind me, and they will see my monkey blind him.
Okay.
So talk about this school. Sell
I'm
the school.
I'm student Emmanuel Escoli. I entered the institution since 2018, 2019 academic during my 9th grade year, and currently I'm in the 12th grade as a senior. Okay, now this institution was established 2013 and under the change agenda were headed by Eric W. Wu, who is our proprietor.
Mhm.
Okay, this institution, first thing we have to look at our school or learning environment. That area should be secure. That is, should be total silent. So students should have
Yeah,
their mind
yeah,
focused.
that's what you have here.
Yes.
Yeah, you
So
have
this
total silence.
institution for the first part is located at good environment where the area is completely silent.
Mhm.
That's number one. Number two, every institution it depends on what the instructor and the administration, the administrators. So we have qualified administrators who are there in need of students and who are there for student in need, not student in need. So we have qualified administrators, and when it comes to the teaching aspect of the institution, even the Justina woman who is in
We'll
question now.
talk about the school, my friend. We're not talking about that part.
Yeah,
Who
Okay.
else want to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about the
Let me
school?
go
Yes,
ahead.
I want to talk about
Sell the school. We want.
Yeah, once
Let's
more.
give you a chance, and then we go to her. Talk about the
Yeah,
school.
once more.
Because we want the viewers to know what this school is about. What's the intent? What you have here in Liberia, and what's going to happen if they pull support? Because if the sexual abuse is not judged here, it's going to be judged in America, because they're where the donors are, and they are very adamant. They're strong. They're convicted when it comes to these things. Just to hear it, they get nervous. And when they stop giving money to your boss man here, you will not be wearing that beautiful tie no more.
Seriously.
So if color is the problem, we need to paint him with white and take him out, right? So I just want you to talk about all the good things here. Your library, I want that's pretty clean, quiet, silent. Your violin place. None of you talking about that.
Thank you for that recognition. You know, Chopoe in history is the fastest growing high school in Bong County, that which we can admit since 2013. If they tells you that that school was built 2013, you wouldn't believe it if you don't know about the story of it. And it's one school that is noted for transforming the minds of young people. That's why I say breaking the cycle of poverty through Christian education. And since the establishment of Chopoe, there have been other great guys that have walked through the war. And now looking at the facilities, Chopoe is a school that have a very brilliant and modernized library. That is, the books are up to date.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then if student goes into that library and come out, you know that student is a student for well. That is to say, the question department, the debate, they are all, let's say students form part of these departments are all good students, which they allege, let's say, Vietnam is not an exception of. Chopo is a school that provided buses, the first school that provided buses in Bong County to aid the students with transportation. One may be living Phoebe, come here every morning 200 to go by somewhere around 400. But with the availability of the bus,
Yeah, I
it's
see
very
these
good for that.
buses we call killer
And
baby.
if you take a mood, let's say a look on the campus, you observe that the school is well structured. Not only the facility, but the human resource capacity. The student the school brings out are all brilliant students. That's which if you go into larger society, if you just hear the name that you came from Chopo A, you are given some level of preference because of those students the school bring up. So now hearing these things, it shocked us a lot because
I
the
like that
love
when
of
you
our
say it shock you.
institution, the love of our institution, but going into it deep and dark, we knew that it didn't really provide us good. But now we are talking about the beauty of the Chopo A. This is a school where if people are hosting wedding ceremony, if they don't come, then our wedding ceremony will not be hosted. That is to say, they come around, take photos, and then they go that way, and then they bring revenue to the institution.
Oh, wow.
It's just a school that believe in transforming the mind. If I tell you I'm paying little over, let's say about 30,000 at riding bus, going to library, going to science lab, you wouldn't believe it. Other schools in Monrovia somewhere around
You
3 to
think one
4,
teacher
500.
should cause you to lose all of these?
That's why we all going to stand together to investigate as students.
But you're not
Like,
standing by your colleagues.
listen to me. I will not stand by you if you are not in the right direction. How will it take? Let take this for a special purpose. And why if I'm lying?
You
And
could,
then
you
should I
could, you
coerce
could.
my friends to lie with me?
No, only listen to me. You can look at me and say, look at that B-roll down there. Don't mind him. He director. He this, that.
Then I should bring someone.
Only, only my mug shot. You know, when you go to the police, you steal something, they take your picture, you stay on the side. It's called the mug shot. And your final court verdict, right? That shows that the man went to jail, he said, for stealing. So long I can't outside, you can call me rogue. But the Liberian thing of where you just see somebody because they're walking like gay, you say, no, he's gay. Maybe that's how he was born. Okay? So if somebody is coming out say, my stomach is hurting, right? You're not in the person's stomach.
Seriously.
Right. So don't say no that the person's head is hurting. That's how we, the journalists, we do. Is anybody say that while we write, we don't beautify the story. You understand what I'm saying? So all of you should be me like she's like what she started. If this happened to her, I don't know, but this has never happened to me since I've been here. I know this teacher. He's a good guy. He will never do something crazy like that. But because maybe she went out with Davis and was in a hotel drinking beer, that don't give the principal. And I'm not saying that's what he did.
Oh, all right.
You understand?
Okay.
I'm not saying that's what he did. If hypothetically that's what he did, then it is wrong. And finally, let me ask all of you: who here think that based on this thing, now your campus is swarmed now by journalists? You got Front Page Africa here. You got KMTV viewing the same thing. You got Radio Bong, right? You got Buyo TV. You got all the different guys in my back here as we film this. You think it's a good thing for your institution to be on the spotlight for a negative purpose?
No.
Huh?
No.
So what would you suggest? What would you propose if you were to meet the proprietor, Eric? What would you tell him? How you think this thing should be solved? I know there's a police report that is expected to come out soon on all the other stuff on people who they talk to.
Yes.
So go ahead.
If you investigate the case, not only looking at one side of the story and come on and investigate.
No,
the
now we're
case.
talking police now, not us. So if you come to me tomorrow, you come to Liberian News Agency, say I got a story to tell, we will film you. But while you are not there, we will be playing the other party. You understand?
I understand.
Right. So we can order for auto balance what we're saying. But my question to you now is, what would you suggest to the proprietor of the school, the owner?
Yes, let me come in.
Right. Okay, let's go to this sister right here.
Student Rose T. Hammond from the 10th grade class.
Yeah, Ruth.
First of all, if this be the case, I would suggest to the proprietor that this be dealt with to the fullest.
I like you so
If
much.
anyone found guilty of this, they must be punished. Because this thing has scattered everything. Even when it comes to learning in the classroom has become somehow difficult for us. Because you walk in a community and then people are saying a lot of things about your school. You don't just feel good about it. So if I would be the one suggesting to the proprietor of this institution, I would like justice. Nothing but justice. Thank you.
Can we clap for her? This is what I was looking for from this girl, that finally she said, in this particular case, she can walk with her head up high. You understand? Because she's not the person who's saying, this is what happened to me. She's not the other person. But see what is happening to her. She's talking in her community. What this has brought to your school. You see that? This is the powerful statement that we're looking for. We're not judges. We investigate, put it out there for public opinion. If back in the day, you will not get this because there was no social media. You know, we have almost 600 persons watching, and they're coming with different. Favor says this girl is so sound, you know, good girl. Everybody's saying the girl is the only smart woman among everybody. Wow. Congratulations, sweetie. Show girl. That's from Abraham Budouin, and so forth. I love this girl so much, and so forth. And everybody's saying. So I hope, can we get another view from another person?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to our guy right here.
Yeah, for the issue, everyone is looking at the institution, not an individual. So if an individual, after all, when justice shall prevail, if the individual found guilty, the law will take its course. But offhand, we are looking at the institution, not an
Sometimes the
individual.
law doesn't take its course.
Why?
We see in great control of democracy, you see sometimes where you see the black people to go be burning buildings and all of that, right? It is because